You're listening to Main Character Manifesto. Wellness, mindset, and identity shifts that help you live the life you don't need an escape from. I am your host, Ceci, your go to life coach and wellness bestie. Around here, it's simple: eat what you love, move with purpose, think bigger, and show the hell up. Are you ready? Let's get into it. Welcome to the show. How is everybody holding up? We are wrapping up February and we are about to go into March. How wild is this? I feel like we were just wrapping up December and starting the new year, and here we are almost at the end of February. But listen, I feel like I've been on a treadmill and it's been going nonstop, and I feel like I need to pause it because all of the great ideas and projects and all of these things that I have been wanting to manifest for the last couple of years, I have started to see the fruits of my labor show up, trickling in, and I feel like it's all coming in at the same time. It hasn't started yet, but I am wondering, how are you guys feeling? How are you feeling with everything that you have been putting out into the universe? How is the year of the horse treating you? Did you let go and release all of the things that you needed to let go? Because let me tell you, I did. I have a friend who I met a year ago. Her name is Samantha, and she is amazing. She is a medium. She does tarot. She's intuitive, and she's really amazing. Her Instagram is Goddess in Her Blood, and I love her. So I think it was like right before maybe it was like on the 16th. So it's no, maybe it wasn't the 16th. It was maybe like on the 13th or 14th of February, which is right before the new year shifted from the year of the snake, from the 16th, from the 15th, and then the year of the horse, I think, started on the 17th. I think that was where the shift was. And I saw that she posted on Instagram. She said, "Hey," she does like these little quickies for like $13, just like a quick little card session where you will message her, Venmo her, and then she will pull the cards and then she will read you what the cards are telling you. And this instance, it was about, hey, what do you want to release? That was the theme of her little mini sessions. What are the things that you need to release in this year of the snake going into the year of the horse? And I saw it and I had seen it before and I didn't act on it. And this time I was like, you know what? Let me act on it. Let me just reply to her. I love her. I've been meaning to set a session with her anyways. So let's just go ahead and get it done, right? And so I did. I messaged her, I Venmoed her, and she's like, "Hey, how are you?" We like love chatting. And she was like, "Okay, you're next in line." And so then she messaged me, she started pulling things, and she was like, "Oh my god, like, you are about to see everything that you have been planting, all of the seeds that you have been planting, they're about to flourish. And this means that you still need to release things that you may be holding on to. Maybe you don't know, maybe you do know. Figure out what those are." And I had met her a year ago, and she's like, "Why don't you go back to when we first met?" Because she did a reading for me back then. I threw a Valentine's Day event last year, and she was one of the vendors that came in and she did readings. It was amazing. People were like connecting with her. They were coming out of she had like a cute little speakeasy room within the tasting room that I held the event at. People were coming out of there like with tears, and they were like, "Oh my God, she knew exactly she connected with something," and it was amazing. So she said, "Okay, look back last year. Figure out where you were and what you needed to release. Figure out what you did, how far you've come. Write a letter to yourself of all of the things that you've done and what you've released, and what you want to manifest for this coming year specifically, because for I guess I have been manifesting too broad, so it's like too much, right? The universe sometimes needs more clarity and it needs to refine your thoughts a little bit more. And so she said, "Okay, this is what we're going to do. This is what you need to do, and you need to do this before the 17th, before the new year happens." And so she was flipping out the cards and she's like, "Oh my God." And she was just like, "Oh my God, this is crazy. I see it. Everything's happening." And so she gave me a really amazing reading. I still am gonna follow up. I think I want to wait a little bit, let things simmer down, work on some things a little bit more, even though we have gone into the year of the horse. But I still feel like I wanna work on things and release a little bit more so that I feel that new energy when she pulls the cards, that will go into the reading and I will draw that new energy. And whether you believe in cards or whether you don't, this is what you do need to believe in. You need to believe in the fact that the universe or God or whoever you believe in is constantly sending you a message. It is constantly sending you the feeling, these intuitive hints that we always have within ourselves that we don't listen to. It's kind of like when you think about what they call that female intuition, right? A woman's intuition is always right. A mother's intuition is always right. Women always know when a man is being shady, when their kids are being shady, when their friends are being shady, when something's off, we always know. We don't need proof. We just know. So, what that means, it means that you are way more powerful than what you acknowledge. You need to acknowledge exactly how powerful you are so that you can make the moves that you need to make in order to get to your desired dream, the things that you've been wanting and yearning for, because a desire is a high vibe, positive feeling, something that you're desiring. A yearning is something that you know you don't have. Therefore, you are acknowledging the lack of that item or that goal or that family, that job, that car, whatever it is. When you're acknowledging what you don't have, you're giving power to the lack of. When you are in a good energy and you're acknowledging that good energy of wanting something and putting your energy towards that, then that is energetically becoming aligned to attract that into your life. It's like a magnet. When the magnets are both negative and they don't match, they repel each other, right? So whenever you try and put them together and they're not the right side to the magnet, it won't even let you touch them together. They will literally go like this. But when the energies align and the magnets are equally magnetic and aligned to each other, you don't even have to put them that close. They just go into each other, right? So that is what you need to think about when you are listening to your intuition. Your intuition is your built-in magnet, right? So like your built-in magnet is guided by your emotions and your feelings and your thoughts and how you speak to yourself. When you work on that and you align that perfectly to the desire, the dream, the goal that you want, then whatever you want is going to attract and is going to become yours and is going to be magnetized to you. What does that look like? That looks like the way that you're speaking to yourself, your habits, what you're constantly talking about, what you are allowing into your life, your boundaries, the people that you surround yourself with. So the universe is constantly leaving you little breadcrumbs of hints on what to do next. And these are intuitive hits, right? So whenever you have this like idea where you're like, you might be walking or you might be working out or you might be washing the dishes or doing something, and then all of a sudden you get this idea. And this idea is like, "Ooh, I want to start this business. I could do this and I could work with this person." And then you get a vision and you're like, "Oh my God, it would be amazing." And then you get this feeling of like, "Oh, wow, that feels like so amazing. I would love to do that." And then instantly, your negative thoughts, your negative beliefs, and everything that has brought you to where you are now and kept you from moving forward will hold you back, because it'll say, "Oh, no, 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 no. That means that in order for us to get to that vision that you just had, you are going to have to completely change your habits. You're going to have to show up. You're going to have to be visible. People are going to see. What if you fail?" And all of a sudden, all of these negative thoughts and beliefs pop into your head. They populate, they make it through to your gut. And then you get scared and you're like, "No, I shouldn't do that. That was a stupid thought. I could never do that. I'm too old. It's too late. I can't do it now. I'm busy. I have kids." And then you quickly kill that little intuitive breadcrumb that the universe just sent to you to show you what direction you're supposed to go. And it has been proven that the people that are the most successful are the ones that move fast and take action on these intuitive hits. Now, does that mean that every single intuitive hit that you get and that you act upon is going to be positive and successful? No, that's not what that means. It just means that if you move and you make these changes and you try things out, let's say that you get 10 intuitive hits and you act on 8 of them and only 3 of them work out. Imagine if you had 10 intuitive hits and you acted on none, or you acted on one. Now, the likelihood of you getting any of those to be a success is literally almost zero if you don't act on any of these. Now, the way that we get out of this habit of avoiding, neglecting, and ignoring these intuitive hits, I call it the universe sending us breadcrumbs. It's kind of like, Hansel and Gretel, where they are leaving breadcrumbs to figure out how to find their way back home. Well, that's exactly what the universe is doing for you every single day. It is sending you intuitive hits. It's leaving you little breadcrumbs and telling you, you could be doing this, you could be doing this, you could be doing that. Remember that? You really wanted to do that. Why don't you do that now? Or look at this. Look at this person. That person is doing this. You are better at that. Why aren't you doing that? The universe is telling you constantly to do these things, and then your old habits and your old mindset and your negative beliefs keep holding you back because you guys keep shutting it down, and you're like, "Nope, I can't do that. I'm too old. It's too late. I am too busy. I can't because I have kids. I can't because I'm married. I can't because I'm single. I can't travel alone because I'm scared." Like, all of these things that you keep telling yourself that are not a fact. One of my private one-on-one clients right now, she is doing amazing. And one of the exercises that we have been doing together is working on her mindset and transforming her negative beliefs into positive facts. For example, if you're starting a new business and you say, "Oh, I don't have enough experience, people will not want to purchase my services or hire me," then you can shift that and make that a fact. "Yes, I am a new business." And what's another fact? I can advertise, I can network, and I can show my work so that the right people that are looking for my services and my products will find me. There is more than enough customers to go around, and there will always be somebody looking for the type of service that I am offering. right? So, whatever the negative belief that you have about yourself or that you find telling yourself over and over again, you need to figure out how to debunk it, how to make it a fact instead of just this negative belief that has been holding you back. If you shift it into a positive fact, then that's going to give you power and it's going to make you kind of like snap out of it and be like, wait a minute. That is not true. It's kind of like when I used to work at a hair salon where there was 20 stylists, okay? We were all at different levels and there was walk-ins that would come in all the time. And we were taught that there's more than enough clients to go around for everybody. Everybody has their unique skill and you will attract the client that fits and that is perfectly meant for you. And I truly believe that that is a fact. Another negative belief I hear from my clients is the market is saturated. And here's the thing, yes, the market is saturated with people saying the same thing, with people selling the same thing, with people trying to be like other people. So don't do that. If you are trying to break into a market that feels saturated to you, then this is your opportunity. How do I provide something unique that will make me stand out, that will attract that perfect client that is looking for what I'm offering? Because, like I always say, no one can recreate your sauce, baby. No one can recreate what you do, how you deliver it, your personality, how you put it together, the way you talk, the way you speak, the way that you make people feel. People can never recreate that because that is uniquely to you. And that works for everything in your life. If you are trying to work on your health and your fitness and you feel like, oh, it's too late, it's intimidating to go to the gym, I don't have time, right? All of these negative beliefs that we keep holding on to, or that we say, oh, it's too much work, I'll do it tomorrow. And then you just keep holding off and then putting it until tomorrow, next month, and then another year goes by. Don't let that happen. This is still the beginning of the year. And listen, we are holding ourselves accountable around here. I have been working out, I have been eating healthy, but I haven't been totally on top of my macros, and I've been so busy with a ton of different projects that my workouts have been off. They have been off probably for the last month, and I feel it this morning. So, my trainer has me weigh myself every morning, and that is so helpful for me because it holds me accountable. That makes me feel like, okay, this means nothing. The weight means nothing to me anymore because I have been able to disconnect my weight to my worth. Now I'm able to use it as a measuring system. I just use it to kind of like gauge how I've been feeling, how I have been eating. And for me personally, when I'm stressed out, when I'm tired, when I have too much going on, I will snack. I will snack and I will eat things that make me feel good because as much as I talk about healing your relationship with food, I have healed that. That does not mean that I still don't get the urges to just eat like 10 quesadillas, right? It's like I have always said I can come home and eat 1,000 bags of chips and salsa and like a whole load of quesadillas and I will not be full. But if I have a balanced meal with my veggies, my protein, and my healthy carbs, then I will get full super fast. And obviously, that is because it's got the right balance of nutritional nutrients, right? Macros, fats, and proteins, carbs. When you have the right balance, then you don't have these spikes that go up and down. And I know that if I start my day weighing myself first thing in the morning, the rest of the day, I'm going to have that idea in the back of my mind like, okay, let's keep that check on yourself, because when you are eating your healthy meals, when you are walking, when you are tracking to kind of keep yourself accountable, I feel my best. And I know that I have some goals that I want to get to, because listen, we are trying to be in a bathing suit all summer. So, and it's also because I want to reach goals that I have never reached before, not only in my business, but also for my personal development, the way that I show up for myself, for my health, for my mental health, but for my body. I'm treating my body as an athlete's body, and I want to see how strong I can get. And in order for me to do that, I have to act like one, right? So, my body and my mind have to be okay in order for me to be able to act on those intuitive hits that the universe is sending me. That's why my whole channel, my podcast, my social media, my YouTube, everything is centered about health, wellness, and mindset, because that is the anchor. That is the foundation that we all need to be happy, to be the best version of ourselves, so that we can support the ones that we love. If we are not loving and supporting ourselves, how are we going to love and support the ones that we love? You cannot be the best mother, the best wife, the best sister, the best daughter. You cannot be that person if you don't feel your best, if you don't worry and take care of your knees and do your exercises and stretch. I have been horrible lately about stretching also. And so I want to be the example for you guys to know that it is something that you have to work on every single day. And that foundation of you showing up for yourself and packing healthy food, making healthy options, getting a movement in, walking at least 8 to 10,000 steps a day, doing that is gonna get you in the rhythm and the movement and feeling good. And that is energetically gonna raise your vibration. So then you're gonna feel better, more confident, and you will be able to make those steps that you need to take to get to that desired goal that you have. If you want to start a business, if you want to lose weight, if you want to travel by yourself, there's all of these goals that my clients are trying to achieve. But at the foundation level, your mindset has to be locked in and your body has to feel good. So, I'm just saying, this is one of the things that we need to work on, and we need to keep ourselves accountable, right? That's why we are here for. We are a community to work on this together. So many people think that they lack the clarity on what to do. The truth is, you don't lack clarity. You lack the follow through on the nudges that the universe is sending you. You've already felt the pull. You've already had the idea. You've already even seen the next move in your mind. But instead of moving, you went back to overthinking. Clarity doesn't come from thinking more. It comes from taking action on those intuitive hits that the universe keeps sending you. You're not confused. You're just ignoring those breadcrumbs. Let's talk quickly about why we ignore these intuitive hits, these breadcrumbs that the universe is sending us. One of the reasons could be perfectionism. That is definitely one of mine. I think of an idea and then I overcomplicate it and think of, oh my God, how can I make it better? How can I shoot it? How can I do it this way? I need 5 cameras. I need all the lighting. And sometimes you just need one camera, one little ring light, and then that's it. Sometimes you just need to film it in the car with no good light, but you need to get the message out. Whatever it is, you need to just let go of the overthinking. Another thing is, people are so afraid to fail and so afraid to look stupid in front of other people because they keep looking for validation in everybody else. Haven't we talked about this already? What other people think about you is none of your business. So just keep it moving and let your intuition guide you because that is always going to take you in the right direction. Another thing is fear of looking stupid, right? That cringe where it's like so many people, especially in social media. If you have a business nowadays, you most likely have to have a presence in social media. And most business owners hate being in front of the camera or even just posting anything about their business where they feel like, oh, I'm being annoying and I'm advertising my business and people are going to get tired of hearing about me. So, the people that get tired of hearing you will mute you, and then you will naturally attract the person that is like, oh my God, I've been looking for that. Thank God I finally found it, right? So, it doesn't matter what people think. And if people think you're stupid, don't worry. You will naturally feel better and better every single time that you take a step towards that goal. Also, have you paid attention how many commercials we get on TV for like one thing? Domino's Pizza might play 10 times in the 30 minutes that you're watching that show. You don't get annoyed by them. You might even be like, pizza sounds good, right? So it's like, don't even think about what you're doing and that if people are seeing you do your thing, that they're going to get annoyed. Let them get annoyed. Who cares? You are on your path. If it makes you feel good, then do it. And if it makes you feel cringy, do it anyways, because at the beginning, it feels super cringy. And the more you do it, the better it gets. I'm not going to lie, it still feels cringy many times, but now you just move and you're like, oh, whatever, it's fine. It's not that serious. It's really not that serious. Let's just keep it moving, keep going forward because some of those videos that I've posted that I feel so cringy about, I get people telling me, oh, I love that video. Thank you. You just never know who you're going to reach, and you never know who's going to enjoy or need to hear the message that you're saying. So just move on. And if you feel the nudge to say it, just say it. Say it with your chest. Say it like you mean it. With that said, I have a little system that I put together. And of course, we're talking about breadcrumbs. And this little system is called the bread method. And so it's an acronym. So it's B for become aware, notice the nudge that you're getting, the hint from the universe, don't ignore it. R, record it, write it down, put it in your notes app, do a voice memo. Make sure that you give it time and space so that it doesn't just dissipate into thin air. E, execute. What is one small step, one idea that you can take in order to move towards making this and execute this idea that you had? It might be looking to see if that domain name is available, booking a consultation with somebody that you want to work with, or do a little research on the idea. Get it going. Let it start to marinate. A, adjust. See how you feel now that you have become aware, recorded it, executed, and now you can adjust to see how you feel. Maybe you take a different direction, maybe you change the thought a little bit, but this is the moment that is giving you even more momentum. And the last one is D, decide again. So this is going to be a cycle where you're going to have to keep remembering to follow through and decide again that the next breadcrumb that you get, you're going to follow the bread method and become aware and do the same cycle so that you keep that momentum going, and then it becomes a habit to the point where every single time you get an intuitive hit, you're going to write it down, record it, analyze it, and see what direction you want to take it to. And even if you're not taking action on every single breadcrumb, the fact that you are becoming aware, analyzing it, writing it down, you're going to start to get into that rhythm of knowing and acknowledging which ones are the ones that you really need to move on. And this part is the part where your inside magnet, the built in magnet that you have, starts to become so magnetic that you start attracting the exterior energy that you've been wanting to attract. So naturally, it's going to slowly start to bring in all of the things that you've been wanting because you are moving in the energy that will make it happen. And you are becoming that person that can maintain it because now that you wake up early and you do your workouts and you take maybe like 2 to 5 minutes to journal and make yourself feel better, you're checking your emails every morning because even though right now you don't have any clients, next month you might be getting 1 to 10 emails a day requesting to work with you. So if you're not used to checking your email, you're not going to be comfortable having all of these people require time and energy from you. So, this is what I mean and what I say all the time when I say you need to become the person that is able to maintain the desires that you want. Because when your desires show up, if they show up all of a sudden, that's why the universe is always testing the water and testing to see if your energy is aligning. And if you're not showing up and it's not aligning, then your desire doesn't show up. But as soon as you start moving and acting on these little internal hits that you keep getting, that is when the universe is going to start throwing you things and being like, okay, here goes a client. Here's another one. Here's more. Can you handle more? Do you want more? And the more that you're able to hold the capacity for the things that are coming towards you, that is going to be the shift and the quantum leap that you have been waiting for this whole time. Those seeds that you have planted, they're finally going to start bearing their fruit, and you are going to become the person that you have been imagining for the past couple of years. And before we wrap up, let's talk about the homework for today. Of course, it has to have a little homework for us, right? And if you missed the money mindset episode, I'm going to need you to go back and re listen to it because let me tell you, I have been getting so many messages about how good it was. They did the download, they have been working on their mindset. And if you want to take your money and elevate the way that you act around money and the way that you want to show up for yourself and you want to attract more money into your life, you need to listen to the money mindset episode. It is episode 36. Go back and listen. There is an attached PDF. It is only $7, literally less than a Starbucks and a snack. So go back, download it, do the work. I promise you, if you do this 30-day reset, you're going to energetically start attracting way more money into your life. Let me just tell you, it works. I've done it, and I wanted to share the wealth and share the information with you guys so that you guys can level up just the same. But for this week's homework, I want you for the next 7 days, every single time that you get an intuitive hit, an idea, this feeling of like, oh, I should do that. In that very moment, pull up your notes app, get a piece of paper, get a notebook, put it in your purse. And I'm going to need you to write it down. Write it down, the idea, and then next to it, write down what you need to do to execute it. Okay. And then I'm going to need you to act on it. And even if it's just this week where you're just writing them down and then maybe brainstorming ideas on how you can execute them, by the end of the 7 days, I want you to look at all of the ideas that you had and then decide to act on at least one. Because I promise you, you're going to have so many ideas. Even if it's like remodeling a part of your house or changing something in your closet, whatever it is, I need you to write it down and then by the end of the week, execute on one. Okay? That's your homework. And thank you so much for joining me today. I love being here with you. And if you liked this episode and you know of somebody that might enjoy it, please send it to them. Share it, like, subscribe. It helps people find the show so that we can reach and help as many people as possible. And until next time, I will see you then. Bye.